Hola, Kinalito, aka Mahadi Selepe, the girl that calls for countries home. Welcome to my channel. You guys, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by. I am in this video, I'm gonna try and speak in an accent. As you can tell, I am trying my hardest, but it is really difficult to continue in that accent. But I'm gonna see this video. The whole point for this video is to see how much longer I can keep doing this. So I find that it's also actually really difficult to raise my voice, to raise my volume. When I'm trying to speak in an accent, I usually just automatically tends to speak really softly. So what do I want to say to you today? I don't really have much to say, except, like I said, is to see how much longer I can keep going in this accent. I don't even know what the accent is from, because every time I try to sound posh, I sort of mix up a lot of accents, which are inspired by different places that I have been to, different places that I've lived at. So let's keep going and see where we end up. So today I was meant to be in Sydney, and today's video was meant to be a vlog in Sydney. I had it all planned out. You know, I was gonna take you guys from when we get on the plane, showing you how we goodness me, I'm forgetting my words as I usually do. I was gonna be sharing with you and showing you how we do our COVID safety things here in Western Australia. And I was gonna take you around Sydney, so you see a bit of the landscape and things to do in Sydney. And I was gonna be taking you every day to our daily things that we do in Sydney. I am struggling with this accent thing, and I can feel that I will very soon just turn and get back to my actual accent, where I can speak freely and loud and be animated and everything. I find it really difficult to be free speaking like this. Let me try to raise my voice and let me try to be myself while I still speak in this accent, and see how much more I can do. So yeah, so in Sydney there was like 12. There was 12 new cases of COVID, and therefore, as a result, WA, which is Western Australia, changed the restrictions for people traveling from Sydney into WA. So initially I did have to request a permit to travel to Sydney from here. So you don't need a permit to travel to Sydney. What you need is a permit to travel back to WA. So I had done that. Initially, I was gonna need to quarantine at home for 2 weeks when we come back. But then Sydney hadn't had, I think for 28 days, they hadn't had any new community transmissions of COVID. So Sydney was put on the very low risk status. So I then didn't need to, by the time I applied, I didn't need to, so this was what, the 8th of December, because I was meant to apply by the 10th of December, because I was leaving the 20th and coming back the 28th. So I applied for the permit. It's called G2G Pass. I applied for the permit to come back to Perth on the 28th of December. And when I applied, on the 8th was the day that they had actually put in place the permission to come back and not need to, the changes which meant you didn't have to quarantine at all. You could just come in and you could freely roam around. So I didn't need to do that. So that was pretty exciting. But then just last week, on Friday, I think it was, I got things changed. On Thursday, there was new infections that had happened in the community, and I then got an email to say that I couldn't. Well, initially I got an email on the Thursday evening, saying that I needed to reapply for my G2G pass. So this is my permission to come into Western Australia. But I didn't see the email. I didn't check my emails until the Friday morning. On the Friday morning, I had another email that had said that I can no longer come to Western Australia because of my reasons for coming to Western Australia. But I remember on my form I had stated that I actually live here, but I was going to Sydney for holiday, really. So that meant I can't go because I can't come back. So yeah, that's what happened. I saw that one first and I just couldn't believe it. I really needed this holiday. It's been a year and a half. So I called my airline. I was holding for so long. I called the COVID center, the inquiry center, because I really needed to hear it from a human, not from the computer. I couldn't believe it. I didn't end up going through, but I had to make a decision because, like, everything I checked, I Googled, like, that was it. Like, I checked the COVID website, and Sydney had gone from very low risk to low risk. I think now it has probably gone up to medium risk, because in Victoria, which is another state here, Victoria is on medium risk. So that used to be the place with the highest volume of infections, and you couldn't, when you came back from there, you needed to quarantine. But now Sydney was still on the low risk, from very low risk to low risk, and yet they were not letting me go to Sydney, by virtue of not letting me come back from Sydney. So we had to cancel. So, I've been licking my wounds, and I was really, really heartbroken because I was so looking forward to going to Sydney and seeing my friends. I've got friends from the UK who have moved to Sydney, and some new people that I was going there to meet. My host, my invitee, is that a word? So yeah, the family that had invited me to come sing, I was singing at an event. The kids and I were gonna sing as well, so we had been practicing as well here at home, and we were really, really looking forward to it. We were really looking forward to the break, and just like that, we had to cancel all our plans. I've been going for 9 minutes, yay to me. I don't know if I have managed to stay in the accent that I started with. I know when I do try to do an accent, I speak in so many different accents that it's just easier, and to just forget about these accents and just speak in my own accent. So yeah, but I do sometimes, like, I remember I have mentioned before that when you speak on the phone, I remember especially in the UK, when you speak on the phone, you change your accent because they cannot hear you otherwise. So you need to change and sound like them so they can hear you. And when I'm at uni as well, I sort of change my accent. It's still very much an African accent. And by African, I mean very much solidly speaking English with my vernacular rules, not trying to speak English with the English rules. I know there's all sorts of rules, hence so many accents, So yeah, I've done it, guys, and that was the update that I wanted to tell you. But yeah, at the same time, I thought I would just come here, and I'm struggling now to stay in the accent. At the same time, I thought I would just come here and just try and give myself a challenge and see if I could actually try and stay in this accent for a certain amount of time, for longer than 5 seconds, for example. And I reckon I did it. I reckon that was good. So tonight we have Christmas on the lawn at church. So that's where we headed to in a few minutes. So I'll probably edit this and upload it later, or I could add some bits from the carols, but knowing, it's most likely copyrighted, and therefore I cannot share it without it being struck. My previous upload, I shared with you a Christmas service, and of course I couldn't monetize on that because of the copyright on all the songs that I shared, really. So I'm gonna go now, and thank you so much for watching. Oh, the exhaustion. I've done it. Hey, kunzima. All right. Thank you guys for watching. I managed to do it. And this is my accent. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. And remember that God loves you even more, and that is true. And take care of yourselves, guys. Drive carefully. I know us here in WA, it's 100 kilometers maximum speed limit. So you cannot go beyond that, or you get double demerits, which is like you have on your license, you've got like 12 points. They're called demerit points. So depending on what infringement you have on the road, you could either lose 3 points or 4 points, or and right now I think speeding, you lose 3 points normally, and then a fine on top of that. So if you get a traffic infringement, like if you speed right now, like it's like since the 18th December to, I think it's to 4th January, you get double demerit. So you lose 6 points. When you've lost all your 12 points, you lose your license. You can't drive for, I think it's a year. Or it could be 6 months. A year probably is like drunk driving. But yeah, I've done it, guys. So love you, let me love you and leave you. Love you, but remember, as I said, that God loves you even more, and that is true. Mwah. Ciao, ciao. I love you guys. Hella, you've watched everything. Thank you so much for watching everything. Now don't forget to subscribe and go back to my other videos and scroll and watch everything. There's very good things in here, very good interesting things. You are number one. Now thank you, and take care of yourself.